They say a lion is born a king, but nobody tells you what happens when a king is betrayed before he even learns to roar. In the wide African plains, a lion cub named Koda was born under the open sky. His mother licked his face clean, his father stood tall, and the pride surrounded him like a living wall of strength. This was his world, his family, his protection. Every night, Koda slept between warm bodies, listening to deep roars that promised safety. He believed, without question, that nothing could ever touch him. Until one night, humans came. They didn't roar, they whispered. They didn't fight, they paid. Bright lights cut through the darkness, loud bangs, confusion. Koda cried out, expecting his pride to attack, to protect him, to tear the threat apart. But something worse happened. The pride ran, not because they were weak, but because fear is louder than loyalty when survival is on the line. A rough hand grabbed Koda, a sack closed around him. His cries echoed into nothing. That night, the future king was sold for money. As the truck drove away, Koda kept waiting for the sound of his father's roar. It never came. But this wasn't the worst betrayal yet. If this already hit you in the chest, drop a lion in the comments. Let me know, would you forgive a family that ran to save themselves? Imagine going from endless skies to metal bars overnight. Koda woke up in a cage. No grass, no stars, just concrete, cold steel, and screaming sounds from animals he didn't recognize. His milk teeth grew in captivity. His roar echoed off walls instead of mountains. Humans called it a sanctuary, but cages don't feel safe when you remember freedom. People came every day, phones out, kids laughing. Look how cute! Worth every dollar. Worth. That word burned. Koda was trained to perform, fed on schedule, touched without consent. His wild instincts punished, his fear labeled as aggression. Years passed. His mane grew thick, his eyes grew tired. One day, an older worker said casually, "He's not profitable anymore. Maybe sell him, maybe put him down." Just like that, the same species that stole him as a cub now decided his life wasn't worth the cost. No pride, no family, no protection, just silence behind bars. But karma doesn't need claws to strike. If you believe animals deserve better than this, smash that like button. It helps the story reach people who still need to hear it.
They thought he was forgotten. They were wrong. One night, a storm hit. Power went out. Gates malfunctioned. Chaos erupted. And for the first time in years, Koda saw the open sky. He didn't hesitate. Muscle memory kicked in. Survival woke up. He ran, not wild, not angry, but home. Days turned into weeks as he followed instinct, stars, and something deeper than memory. Then one sunset, he heard it. A roar. Older, slower, but familiar. The pride had survived. They stood still when they saw him, scarred, bigger, changed, but alive. For a moment, nobody moved. Then his mother stepped forward. She didn't run this time. She touched noses with him. No words, no excuses, just presence. The betrayal never disappeared, but neither did survival. Koda lifted his head and roared, not as a cub, not as a prisoner, but as a lion who lived through the worst of humanity and still chose life. Sometimes betrayal doesn't break you, it builds the roar